Good morning, small players. Today is Tuesday, December 7th, and we're reviewing our pre-market scanner, which shows us the morning gappers. These are stocks that are set out to open higher than the previous trading day. In addition to that, they also have increased relative volume, meaning there's more shares being traded today than the average. And generally, we look for stocks with low float, meaning low number of outstanding shares, high short interest because they're easier to squeeze, and low institutional ownership. So they're traded by other day traders like us, by humans, not by algorithms. These humans look at the same setups that we do. It's very important to know that technical analysis is really self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It's not a magic way to figure out whether a stock will go up or down. We're looking at setups that other traders are looking at. So basically, if every trader thinks that if a stock breaks the 5-minute flag, it will go up, then every trader will buy it. And when every trader buys it, it will indeed go up, right? That's all it is. Technical analysis only works because people think it works and they act, accordingly. Okay, the first stock on the list is ABUS. This one has been popping up on Scanner quite a lot over the past couple of weeks, maybe even a few weeks. We know that traders know it. We know that traders will react to it when they see it. Let's just see if it has new news today. Okay, so again, it's a pharma stock, and they have some new news on their COVID-19 research. I think they're working on some treatment. So they're still waiting for the license, but anyway, they found something new, so it's popping up. Again, these pharma stocks very frequently have catalysts. So right now it's below VWAP and it's not touching EMA 20 quite yet. So it's sort of in no man's land. There's no clear direction. So I don't buy here, but two potential setups on this would be bounce on EMA 20 on the 5-minute chart. We'd like that for a reversal trade, or break above this level of 422 that has a sharp rejection there. We could also do break above VWAP, but this level of 422 is pretty close to VWAP and might be a little safer. And then bounce on EMA 20. Okay, I'm going to add it to the watch list. Delete the ones from yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty tough day. I was actually red for the majority of the day, and then towards the end of the day, I sigged. Picked up quite a lot and had a lot of momentum, and we were able to trade it all through the afternoon. So I was able to turn the day green, insignificantly green, but green. I'll take it. So the problem was there wasn't much momentum. There wasn't an obvious stock of the day, and pretty much all the stocks were really setting up short setups. We have short bias traders in the room. They did great. I sort of lead the long bias trading. And there wasn't much to trade. And it was one of those days where you see what's going on and you're really just supposed to walk away, or paper trade setups. Or I even suggested to some of the students to go to the options room and paper trade options and see if they can understand options a little bit from watching the team trade them, so that they can see this is something as they're learning how to trade better and better, if this is something they want to sort of upgrade their trading to. And the problem is, because we're always here, we end up over trading, and it's really not, I honestly did not overtrade before I ran a chat room, but now that I'm, if I would see a day like yesterday, I would just walk away, go and enjoy my day. But yesterday, being in the chat room, and this is not the first time it has happened, I feel like, okay, I'm here, let me explain setups, talk about setups, and I'm like, yeah, I might as well just try this one. And you never want to try something, right? If you want to try something, do it with fake money, don't do it with your real money. And you never want to be chasing setups either. You want to really just take trades that scream at you, take me, I'm so obvious, take this trade. You don't want to be like, maybe. It's so easy to lose money on these. So anyway, so luckily, I got lucky that ISIG sort of picked up towards the end of the day, and I was able to turn the day around. But it's very important to know when to trade, when not to trade, when to size in, when to size down, and all of that. And that's sort of like an ongoing learning experience. But what helps is when you know that you've made a mistake like that, like, forcing a trade or whatever, I write those things down. In the chat room, we have this section, it's called Trading Bible, and everyone writes their rules that they have come up with after making a mistake like that. And then we all read them in the morning. So it's good reinforcing, not making mistakes like that. Okay, this one is SYTA. SYTA. We have to check the float on this. It's trading a little heavy here. Break about 475, can squeeze it. Before that, perhaps we can trade VWAP break between VWAP and 475. There is enough room for a trade. So potentially, but yeah, when we turn this stream off, I'm gonna check the float in the chat room because it might have a little bit of a larger float than what we normally trade. This one is JZXN. Another stock we've traded in the past. Again, right now in no man's land, consolidating below VWAP. The deal would either trade a break above VWAP or bounce on the MA20. No trade at the moment, sort of just waiting. PROG, the stock, I mean, it's constantly in scanner at this point. Right now, it's below VWAP. I would, for a reversal trade, I mean, we could potentially take a bounce on this level of 2.9. It was big resistance before, so it could serve as support. It's going to be a little tough, though, because you have this EMA 20 line, the blue line, that's descending. So by the time it gets there, the blue line could be a couple cents above it, so then you don't have a trade. So it might be a little easier to trade a break above VWAP, which is also break of 3. 3 is a full number, is a big psychological level, so just a clear area where short sellers would have their stop losses. And then that's a ride to this 309 and 316. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. It's, again, a stock that we've been trading so much that every trader, when they see it, they will react to it. I don't love this chart. I don't know what this chart is doing. This is SLBB. But what I do like about it is it has a flat top. I like to trade flat tops. We'll just have to check the float on this one also. But I would trade a break above 183 here. SOS. I mean, there's nothing on this chart. I don't know what this is. OTC. I thought I had removed OTCs from my scanner. I have to go back. Oh, it's because this one is the penny scanner. I have to change that. We don't trade over-the-counter stocks. We don't trade pink sheets. This is a warrant. This is a warrant. Ooh, look what's back on scanner. JMIA. This one, I want to say like almost 2 years ago, was very, very popular stock. The float is larger on it. So not that interested. I don't love this chart either. This is TRIT. The volume's too low on these, so once the volume picks up, maybe their charts will look nicer, but right now it's like a waste of time. I'm gonna open this one because this is another name that's been popping a lot. TIGR. Yeah, there's just too many, and the volume's low, so I don't want to waste time. So main focus for this morning, ABUS. Again, no setup at the moment, so we're waiting either bounce on EMA 20 or break above this rejection here at 422. SUTA just broke above VWAP. We know that 475 is probably going to serve as resistance, but it can give a VWAP bounce here. So if we spoke about this yesterday. If you're waiting for a breakout setup and for whatever reason you miss it, or you were too scared to take it because the volume wasn't coming in as much as you thought, etc., very frequently after the breakout, the stock will come back and test the breakout level as support to do sort of a resistance turn support setup, and that's a first bounce on support, so it's a very valid level if it does bounce. So this would be another opportunity for an entry for people that missed the breakout if they did. And then this would be the first profit taking the rejection up here because there's two big rejections there. And then obviously this level here. I'll just watch it 1 second, see if it's actually bouncing more on this level, 441, than on VWAP. So with that said, it's probably going to find resistance at VWAP first. Because VWAP is just a very strong indicator. Whenever a stock is below it, it's going to fight it coming up. Okay, ABUS, we said what the, let me just set this one here. And this one we're just waiting break above VWAP. I realize I skipped CEI a few times without explanation. It's barcoding. I don't like stocks that are barcoding. We used to trade this one quite a lot, and then from what I understand, a lot of like Wall Street bets people got in on it. It just trades so heavy now. See, like it has resistance on every cent. This is just not worth trading right now. And then yeah, this one we want to. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on these 5 for now. And then we'll see as more news pops up, as more volume picks up, we can focus on more. But for right now, this is it. And just remember, let the trades come to you. Do not force trades. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Happy trading.